Steve is a Manchester United fan. Steve, good evening.
Hi, Steve.
Good evening, lads. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
Not bad at all, Steve.
Happy birthday for the weekend, Jason as well.
Say again, matey.
Happy birthday for the weekend.
Thank you very much, Steve. You're more than welcome to phone me up and wish me happy birthday. Thank you, Steve. It wasn't a particularly great day for me. What happened at Newcastle, but there you go.
Oh, well,
Go on then, Steve. What do you want to say?
it's just about what's been going on with it all. Ronaldo, he's a bit out of order for what he said now, but I can understand why he's done it and all that. And the Glazers are more interested in the money and all that than putting it back in. That was at the ground a couple of weeks ago and all that, and inside the stadium it's getting worse and all the Oldman roofs and things like that.
Yes, I heard.
And just like with Ten Hag, with Ronaldo, he wouldn't put him on against Man City and all. He said, I've got too much respect for him to put him on for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Then a couple of weeks later, there he is wanting to put him on against Tottenham.
Yes,
so,
that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's one or the other, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Jason about this beforehand. Like, I've been a manager, and I never, ever said to a player, I'm leaving you out this week, but you're playing next week. Unless I was 100% I was going to play him. Because you can't lie to the players. So I can only imagine that Ten Hag has told Ronaldo he's going to play and then not played him. For him to come out with all this, he must be feeling like as if, he has lied to him.
He's saying that he feels like he's been forced out of the club.
It's got to be true, and because he wouldn't have come out with it, because he knows what happened.
Yeah, but the Glazers never left him out, and neither has Ed Woodward left him out, and Darren Fletcher's not left him out, and John Murtagh, the people he's on about, the director of football. But whatever, you cannot come out and say all that. It's your boss you're talking about. You can't do it. True. No one's bigger than the club.
But it's done now. The interview is done. He's
finished, isn't he?
Yes. His Manchester United career is over. You cannot. But he did say, and it felt like that. And Steve, I'll ask you as a Man United fan, it did feel a little bit like Manchester United were trying to move him on without actually saying it. And in listening to his interview there, clearly they were trying to tout him around. Ten Hag was asked that question, one of his first interviews, where I remember talking about Ronaldo. Have you spoken to Ronaldo? And you got the sense that Ten Hag really was kind of sidestepping the question, wouldn't really, non-committal.
Yeah, it's just, there's something amiss somewhere. Somebody's telling some lies somewhere, and Ronaldo knows if it's him telling lies, it'll all get found out, so that's why I don't think he's telling lies. I think that's why he's done this interview. Because he's just getting fed up with it. Are we as well?
Listen, the line's not particularly great, Steve. I appreciate the call.
Thanks,
03717 22 33 44. I was going to speak to Dave, who is a Man United fan as well. Dave, good evening.
Good evening. Hello, Jason. Hello, Dean.
Welcome to the show, Dave.
I just want to say, I just think he's acting like a petulant child. And to say, we've not improved, I think we've certainly improved. Do you think that we've improved, guys?
No, I think what he's alluding to is that the infrastructure around the club, there's millions are being spent on training grounds up and down the country at Premier League clubs. I think, from what I can gather, and we will know more once this interview comes out in full, but I get the sense that he is criticising the fact that the club, maybe sports science, maybe strength and conditioning, that the equipment, maybe that is what I think he's alluding to.
Yeah, I mean, and they're saying all that, but things like walking out and stuff like that. But Jason, if I'd done that, I'd be sacked. It's as simple as that, Yes. No messing,
Yeah, but what do you do for a living, Dave?
I'm a truck driver.
So what would happen then if you started slagging off your bosses and you went on done an interview on local radio and we done slagged your boss off?
I'd be down the road, simple as that. But no, it's just so frustrating. I mean, I actually love the club, but at the end of the day, you've got to get behind your team and your manager. I don't think there's that many Man United fans who'll actually support them, to be honest with you. And if he ever did get back, I don't think he'd get a good welcome anyway.
The thing is, Dave, what if McTominay decides to do an interview tomorrow? And saying, why am I not playing? You've brought Eriksen in and you've brought...
I don't think
it's out of order. You can't have it. You've got to punish Ronaldo. He's got to be punished.
Yeah,
of course
he will.
But to be fair, guys, I don't think he'll ever play again. I think that's him gone now. I think they'll just rip his contract up, won't they?
But why would we? But is he? There's one thing about whether you agree or disagree with what he's done, but he's coming out. There's some pretty damning stuff. He felt the club did not believe him when he said that his daughter was ill in hospital. Now that's pretty poor. Why would he lie?
The thing is, there's two sides to every story, isn't there? You've got to wait to what the club says before making a decision, see what they say, and obviously, and see what they say, basically.
The club don't really have to say anything. The club should just say, he's bang out of order, we're finding him 2 weeks' wages. You don't speak like that.
Thanks to the call, so you don't think they should put a statement? Well, they have put a statement out saying that once they get all the facts...
They can say...
I think they want to wait and see, like most people...
What are the facts? He's a player. Do your job. Yeah. You're getting paid by the club to play football, not to go on Piers Morgan show talking, out of turn, slagging us all off.
Who would do the McTominay interview?
No, what I was trying to say was anybody, not just McTominay. Yeah. If you let him get away with it, they all start doing it. I don't think it becomes the norm to just like. Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to force his way out the club as well. He's trying to force himself out the club. Let's go speak to Aaron as a United fan. Aaron, good evening.
Evening, Dino.
Hi, Aaron.
Evening, Jason. Reason for my call was big United fan anyway, but the things Ronaldo has come out with. I agree, but I disagree with some of the stuff. The infrastructure, the stadium is a complete disaster. It's fallen apart. It's not the best condition. I agree with him. Ten Hag ain't really covered himself in glory either. Like the previous caller, Steve said about Man City, he wouldn't put him on for 3 minutes because he didn't want to ruin his career. The situation of Ronaldo going down the tunnel at Spurs. But then a week later, you give him the captain's armband against Villa. I don't think that really helps him. I think you said about the £1 or £2 million fine he's going to get?
Yes, that's the most any club can fine a player is 2 weeks' wages. You can't fine anymore.
Is Ronaldo that bothered? He's got that much money. No. It's peanuts to him. Yeah. If you're honest, it's not going to ruin his career. He's got a wife, kids. Couple of million quid to him is peanuts. He can sell his car and cover that debt. He's not going to be that bothered. Would I like to see him back on the pitch against Forest on the 27th of December? Yes, I would like to see him because he's still a Man United player. I believe.
How will he be treated, Aaron? What will the crowd reaction be?
He's there to do a job. He's there to score goals. He's there to play, and you've got to get behind him. I don't agree with everything he's done, calling out, like say, the directors and everything. But if you want to be honest, thank God we've got the World Cup now because he's playing for Portugal with good players, Cancelo, Diaz, Bruno, a few others. He might score loads of goals and everyone will just forget about it.
Thing is, Aaron, if money doesn't mean anything, he should have just gone in and said, let's come to an agreement, just rip my contract up. I'm not bothered about the money. And then just leave me, go and play for someone else, rip my contract up. And then he can say what he wants. When he's no longer part of the club, he can say whatever he wants. That's what he should have done.
It now. He doesn't care.
But I just think he could have. He's that great a player, one of the best players that's ever lived. I mean, it makes
he knows exactly what he's doing.
Why would he do that? But he doesn't need to do that. Just rip your contract up.
Well, you heard Piers. He asked for the interview. He asked Piers to do this. So he's got a message to send out.
He shouldn't have done it.